Okay, quicker video today. So just wanted to go over this PSA submission preview that I am going to be sending in either tomorrow or the next day. By the time you see this video, this will likely have already been sent in. And this is all Star Wars cards. PSA right now is running a special. I think it's like $13.99 per card for Star Wars cards. And I had a bunch lying around. There's three main sets represented here. The first are going to be some 1977 cards. There's not going to be any of like the main cards. I've already sent some of those in. You'll see them in a future video. And if you're interested in this kind of thing, thank you in advance for taking a second to like and subscribe. I appreciate you, but let's get into it. So first up, right over here, this is 1996 Topps Finest. This was the first ever chromium set for Star Wars cards, and this is Lando Calrissian. Nothing too crazy. A lot of these are just for my personal collection. You know, I'm not going to be sitting here like worrying like as much about like, oh, like what's the maximum value on these. I basically just had a bunch of these main character cards that I've gotten over the years for, you know, just a couple bucks here and there on eBay, and gradually built up these. And really a lot of these I bought like 2 years ago and have just been sitting on. But now that with that special and some of the grading turnaround and all of that, it seems to make sense. So first up, Lando Calrissian. This is 1996 Topps Finest. This is 1977 Wonder Bread. This is one of the sticker sets from 77, the first year of Star Wars. This is the R2-D2 sticker. Same, 1977 Wonder Bread. This is the Grand Moff Tarkin sticker. This one's in terrible condition. There's no reason for me to send this in at all, other than just wanting a slab. This one specifically. I have two of the 1977 Roar of the Wookiee. So if you know, with the 1977 set, the blue border was the first ever print run, or like series 1, and then they did another couple series. I think there's like red, there's yellow, and there's green ones. I don't know which ones came next in which order, but the blue ones were the first ones. So this is not like the first ever Chewbacca card, but these are Roar of the Wookiee Chewbacca cards. This one, the centering is really bad. And then this one has tough corners. Whichever one is a higher grade, I'll just auction it off and I'll make, you know, 15 bucks on it, and then I'll keep the other one. Same kind of thing here from the one of the later 1977 series. This is the Imprisoned Princess Leia. I've got two of them. Centering is not great on this one. They both have tipped corners and everything like that. You know, I'm not expecting a high grade, same kind of deal. I'll keep the higher grade, sell the other one. This whole order is only going to be a couple $100. I'd have to check the actual numbers, but I'm not as worried about like maximizing my margins on them. One thing that surprised me though is, so this is 2021 Star Wars Galaxy. This is one of, I believe, the first modern chromium sets. So obviously you have the 1996 one that I talked about before, but this is actually, I think, one of the first modern chromium sets. I think between 96 and like 2020, I think a lot of the sets were paper with an occasional chromium insert or like parallel, but it wasn't like the whole set was chromium. Don't quote me on that. Like, if I'm completely wrong, feel free to correct me. Like, I wouldn't necessarily run around saying 2021 Star Wars Galaxy is the first modern Star Wars chrome set. I just believe I've heard that somewhere, but I could be wrong. But I did buy, this was again like 2 years ago, I bought a bunch of the refractors from them. So they have numbered parallels as well. I didn't really get any of those at the time, but I did buy a bunch of the refractors. So this is Han and Chewie. The card is the Rogue Years. Card number 79 in the set. Going back to 1996, this is the 1996 Topps Finest. This is actually the first ever chrome set. Now the refractors from this, any of them in really any grade or even raw, are going to be worth a really significant amounts of money. I don't have any of them. But this is Grand Moff Tarkin from the 1986 chrome set, or Topps Finest set. This is from the 1996 Finest as well. This is the Han Solo and Chewbacca. I don't think this is a refractor. I think this might just be a foil card. I need to look into this more because it's really refracting a lot, so I might have gotten very lucky when I bought that, and somebody might not have known, but I also think it's got a tipped corner over there, so there's no way this gets better than a 7 or an 8. Back to 2021. This is the Skywalker Saga Luke card number 91 in the set, and it's got Ben Kenobi old Luke, looking over a few different eras of Luke. Same set, 2021 Star Wars Galaxy. This is the Qui-Gon Jinn card. This is the refractor. All of the 2021s are going to be refractors, and I had bought them like $3-4 each a couple years ago, and now like checking on them, some of them in a PSA 10 are in like the 50 to 120 range, so thought it was about time for me to start sending these in. Same set, 2021 Galaxy. This is the Birth of a Hero card, refractor. It's got Luke and Han in the foreground, and then Ben Kenobi overlooking them. Same set, 2021 Galaxy. This is the Call to Vengeance, card number 47 in the set, and it's got Boba Fett both as a kid when he was holding Jango Fett's helmet, and then him in the background as a grown adult. Do you think it was good that they did character development on Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett? I think that was just unnecessary, and like what The Mandalorian was, like the first season of The Mandalorian, where there was just them swashbuckling through space, was what I always hoped a Boba Fett show would be, and I'm happy that we got the first season of The Mandalorian, but I feel like Star Wars recently has been like way too invested in character development for some of these characters where you just want to see them just being in space doing awesome things. Like the Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, etc. So what's your thoughts on that? Like, I really had zero interest in like getting to know Boba Fett beyond just seeing him be an awesome mercenary and bounty hunter, but let me know what your thoughts are. This is back to 1996 Finest. This is the Luke Skywalker card, one of them, I believe. So the second half of the set is actually, this is card number 2. But the second half of the 1996 Finest actually is a lot of extended world stuff that's not even canon anymore. But there are some like kind of interesting cards in that, like Mara Jade and all of that, which if you've read any of the older like mid to late 90s Star Wars books like Timothy Zahn and all of that, a lot of those characters some of them are actually in that 1996 set, which makes it a really interesting set because a lot of those characters now aren't even canon anymore. From the same set, 1996 Finest, this is Princess Leia. Same set, 1996 Finest, this is a Chewbacca card. And last but not least, 1996 Finest, Darth Vader, getting into his TIE Interceptor. Or maybe out of. You tell me. What do you think? Anyways, that's the submission. I'll be having that off in a day or two. By the time you watch this video, this will be on the way to PSA. Most of this is personal collection stuff. There's a couple duplicates there. I'm not going to make my money back on it, but just the kind of stuff that I want to get graded and put in a box for a little bit and see what happens. Anyways, hope you're having a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Peace.